Hello everyone, welcome back to Rambling with Jonathan. Today, this is the inaugural episode, so welcome. Today I am doing my Amazon delivery as you listen to this, metatemporally or something of that sort, and I wanted to share an idea. I was just listening to Chad talk with Neil and Tayo, and they're talking about this little corner. The first point, I suppose, is that I was inspired. I think I'm going to make a clip of Sevilla naming and I'm going to call it the original naming. Yeah, and then I think I'm not trying to diss Sevilla, all right? That's not the point of this video or this audio recording as I do Amazon delivery. The point is that I came up with an idea. I came up with another idea, y'all. I think I'm perhaps this is heretical of me to suggest a different name. However, I'm interested to hear your thoughts, alright? This little clearing. Da-da-da! So, this little clearing, as opposed to this little corner. Now, alright. Now let's get into the details. So, I did not plan this at all, but let's give it a shot. So, the first thing is, I think there's some famous philosopher or something of the sort. Gosh. Alright, I have to figure out where I gotta put this box. Hold up. Pretty sure there's some famous. I'm pretty sure it was one of the German idealists who was like, had this idea of the clearing. This, okay, I'm gonna actually drive up this driveway. It's mad icy. I live in Connecticut, by the way, for anyone who's perhaps interested. Hopefully this mic isn't too noisy. Alright. So I'm pretty sure there's some German idealist who was like this idea of the clearing, and he had it in a personal, like an individual context where this idea of I imagine almost like a clearing in the maze, if you think about like a labyrinth but in your mind, like the labyrinth in your mind, or even just like imagine a dark, dank ass forest, like and then you find a clearing, like a magical clearing. I'm pretty sure what's the original one of those old, I don't know if you'd call it a poem or like an epic, where Gilgamesh, yeah, that's it, Gilgamesh, and Enkidu, and I'm pretty sure there's an important event in there where there's a clearing in the forest. How detailed of me, I know. But so that's that. And then what's the other idea? This reminds me of a John Vervaeke, and he has this idea of the courtyard. And I think this is a Platonic idea, like from Plato's school. Sorry, forgive my multitasking. This reminds me of Peterson was like, multitasking doesn't exist, you just do two things poorly. So hopefully, I don't know if that is Peterson, but I think so. So this idea of a courtyard where the people come together. Perhaps let's think about it like like at some college where these people all come from their different schools. If this was a modern college, they would have disagreements, I'm sure, because there's no cohesive unity or union within academia between the various disciplines and such. But they come out in the courtyard and perhaps they're chatting, and I think it's interesting that there is kind of like a telos in a way to a courtyard. It's like, you got all the walled garden symbolism up in there, and then there's all the I forgot. Sorry, I'm trying to turn around this van. There is kind of a telos in the sense where it's like, there is a purpose of a garden, I think. Various purposes depending on how deep you want to take it. Obviously the Garden of Paradise and where Adam and Eve are at. But let's continue with the at a college, like a courtyard at a college campus or something. It's like a place of gathering, and just, I would say it's a community space. It's a public community space where people can kind of exist. It's like about being. And I also like this when we're talking about the clearing, perhaps to flesh out the original idea before, I forget which German idealist, or if he was even an idealist, but this idea of, we are up in the maze, y'all. We live, I'm out here working for Amazon. We are in the beast. We're up in the revelation. It's like anybody who doesn't want to, forgive my emotionality about this, but it's like, clearly, we live in a sick society, at least, and we need to find spaces of clearing within, I'm gonna talk to this customer. Good, how about yourself? Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You are being recorded, says the voice of the beast through the cameras that are on basically every house. And we need to find clearings, we need to, and also this reminds me of how in Soviet Russia, the way that it fell was not, oh, I gotta go back. Oh man, yeah, I gotta go back. Forgot to swipe to finish. Man, I hope I don't lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, in Soviet Russia, people, it wasn't like some sort of overthrow by violent means or anything. It was like people stopped participating. They were like, we're gonna do our own thing within this larger thing. We're gonna cultivate a clearing within this lame-ass forest, and that'll be nice. And eventually it grew, and it, people that became had more gravitas to the members of the that particular land space, and then the larger thing just kind of fizzled out, basically. So yeah, this little clearing, and as I said before, I'm not trying to diss Seville's idea. I think it's been not. I was gonna say Ben as if this clearing idea will catch on or something, but or either way, I think it's been a very productive thing that, I don't know, the whole idea of naming something, talk to a customer. Whoa. Yeah. Here you go.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Oh man. Whoa! Slipping all over here, black ice. It's kind of weird talking to someone when they don't know that you're also recording yourself. But yeah, so again, I don't think that Sevilla's idea, I think it can be improved upon, but again, I'm really not trying to cast any shade at Sevilla. So hopefully with that being established, one thing I think lacking, I don't like this, I don't like the geometric nature of, a clearing is like a more of an organic phenomena as opposed to like a corner of a room. It's like a colloquial phrase, so again, I'm really worried that people are going to think I'm trying to diss Sevilla or something, but it's a colloquial phrase, so I can understand her coming to mind for her. But I think a lot of people take for granted the impact of modern architecture on the way that we think and the way that we exist. All these straight lines and drab colors, and it's lame. I actually, it doesn't really bother me, but it's been a consistent peeve of mine for a long time. You see all those pictures of places in Europe with all these, beautifully constructed buildings with multicolors and stuff, and it's just great, So, in my opinion, that's kind of one reason as well where I've been thinking about this idea has been brewing in my mind, this idea of a different name, but suddenly it struck me. So, what else? Yeah, I would say the main thing is I like this idea of the clearing because I think about it as like a, it directly speaks to the fact that we are kind of that this phenomena is, in a sense, a response to the modern sick society, meaning crisis, labyrinth, all that. And yeah, I'd be interested to hear, I suppose I'll end it here, I'd be interested to hear what everybody thinks, or anybody, and this little clearing, I think it does, yeah, I was going to say I think it does exist, but I don't want Chad to take that the wrong way, because I don't know what's up with, I don't know what the origin of him saying this little corner does not exist. I don't know if it's like there was an origin to that, but yeah, because I can definitely, I can see what he's getting at, but anyway, this little clearing, I think something exists, and that's perhaps a name for it. All right, thanks for listening, y'all. One more thing. I guess I was thinking about it again, if there's anything else I should add. And I think perhaps this, I don't know if it's just me, because of my personal, we see our own reflection type of thing. But I don't know about this little thing, because it's like, I feel like that's characterizing, it's almost limiting the, I don't know, maybe there's something to be said for like it has to stay small, but I don't know, I think that's maybe part of the framing that needs to be changed, perhaps, I don't know, in the sense that, if we're thinking about it as a discrete material entity or something, or like even an organization, obviously it's not an institution, shout out Luke, all institutions are inherently demonic, I listened to, who did I hear say something about that today? It was Robert F. Kennedy. I was listening to RFK talk with someone. Who was he talking with? Gosh. He was talking with Aubrey Marcus. And, oh man, I missed the driveway. About how, like, these, the profit incentive and stuff, like, it's how all institutions are within their like if they try and make let's say charitable donations to somewhere, then their shareholders could just like sue them and be like, yo, I'm trying to make money out here. Money. And yeah, so I don't know, but this conceptualizing it, maybe if it's more of like a spirit or something, like, as I've said. Oh, hello. How's it going? I drove back down the street. I passed the driveway by accident. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't drive back down the driveway?
No, I drove in straight. Yeah.
You'll never see it.
Yeah. Right.
You'll fill yourself a half up.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thanks. Yeah, I've kind of already alluded to the fact that I think the Holy Spirit is out here working in this little corner. Obviously, that may not be what the non-Christian folk want to hear, but you can conceptualize it as you wish for the purposes of this discussion, or this monologue, I suppose. Or, I don't know, maybe this is a discussion beyond this video. But, I think if we conceptualize it that way, we don't want to say like this little Holy Spirit or something. It's like, we want, I don't know, maybe the idea of it being a little thing is limiting, perhaps. Yeah, man. And I guess as a closing thought, as anybody who has been keeping up with my uploads knows, I have a particular interest in these social dynamics and stuff. So I'm really, obviously we don't want to be ultra self-referential and so meta talking about the dynamics. But, I think it's good that people are waking up to this, in my opinion, to this, noticing that there is something happening. And I really think that this is like, I don't know, I think this is a bigger thing than we realize. This big corner. So yeah, thanks for listening again, and perhaps I'll catch you in the next one of, I forgot the title, Jonathan Rambles with Jonathan, or something of that sort.